Okay, let's today begin or continue study the Sutra Perfect Enlightenment, page 156. So I also paste here in the chat. Page 156. Chinese 善男子，菩萨为以大悲方便入诸世间，开发未悟，乃至示现种种形象，逆顺境界，与其同事，化令成佛，皆以无始清净愿力。Such a beautiful sentence. So, good sons, it is only through bodhisattvas' greatly compassionate, expedient means that bodhisattva enter the secular world, awakening the unenlightened, manifesting various forms and shapes, functioning in agreeable and disagreeable circumstances, is only relying on the beginningless pure power of their vow to save all beings, that they physically work together with these people and cause them to accomplish Buddhahood. So, right now in this world, there's a lot of bodhisattvas. Personally, I like Rupert Spira. He's such a loving person, a living bodhisattva, awakening lots of people. Rupert Spira use his compassionate, expedient means to awaken the unenlightened, manifesting a male in England, functioning in agreeable or disagreeable circumstances. It is only relying on the beginningless pure power of their vow to save all beings that they physically work together with these people and cause them to accomplish Buddhahood. Also, there's a lot of bodhisattvas or spiritual teachers like Muji Sadhguru, lots of scientists too. It's so nice to see that right now in the world there's lots of spiritual teachers who has been awakened and try to awaken others. And it's due to their great compassion, because they feel oneness with all other beings. And here followed by Kiwa, the Korean master in 14th century. His commentary at the end of page 156. Now we turn to page 157. The vows of Bodhisattva. Chinese first. 若诸末世一切众生，如大圆觉起增上心，当发菩提清净大愿，应作是言：愿我今者住佛圆觉，求善知识，莫值外道及二乘，依愿修行，渐断诸障，障尽愿满，时登解脱清净法殿，证大圆觉妙庄严城。 妙庄严域, sorry. So any sentient beings of degenerate age who would arouse the mind, intensified toward great perfect enlightenment, must arouse the pure great determination of bodhisattvas. He should say, I here vow to dwell in the perfect enlightenment of the Buddha, to seek genuine teachers, and now to plant roots with heterodox path or practitioners of the two vehicles. Practicing based on this vow, you sever the hindrances one by one. When the hindrances are gone, the vow is fulfilled. You will automatically ascend the pure Dharma palace of liberation and actualize the marvelous adorned realm of great perfect enlightenment. So we can review this paragraph on page 157, the vow of the Bodhisattva. Here again, if you are now listening or watching this video, there's the vows of Bodhisattva, and you are the last generation of worldly people. 末世众生, because now you're interested in awakening, maybe this life will become your last generation of worldly people. 末世众生. Very interesting of the translation from Chinese to English. 末世众生 could be translated as sentient beings of the degenerate age, or the last generation of sentient beings. 末. So 末 in Chinese could be degenerate age. 末世 could be translated into degenerate age or last generation. So if you're really interested in awakening, maybe this life will be the last life of worldly person, meaning you may be awakened to become Bodhisattva or even Buddha. Actually, you don't need wait to die. It's right here and now. It's right here and now. So we should arouse the mind, intensified toward great perfect enlightenment, and the great determination to achieve Buddhahood. So if you do have this determination, you may looking or seek a genuine teacher, 善知识, a genuine teacher, a teacher with experience in terms of enlightenment is really, really important in the path of awakening. Because you may find a teacher that is not authoritative, or we call here heterodox. No matter how many years you practice, you won't get it. That's why the Buddha's teaching is so important. That's why I'm sharing this Sutra Perfect Enlightenment here. And we have to move, the hindrances. Yesterday we talked about two hindrances, 理障 and 事障. So one of the principal hindrances, one is the phenomenal hindrances. And to remove the principal hindrance or obstacle is very, very important. To make it short, you as pure awareness should have a taste being aware of the awareness itself. That's all. So easy. Theoretically, so easy, but practically so difficult. So difficult. When the hindrances are gone, the vow is fulfilled, you will automatically ascend the pure Dharma palace of liberation and actualize the marvelous adorned realm of great perfect enlightenment. Because when you, the pure awareness, can be aware of itself, that means you can be freed from the contents of the awareness. The pure Dharma palace of liberation is not somewhere else. It's not sometime else. It's right here and now. There's no distance. There's no gap. The ultimate truth is all-inclusive. No matter who you are, what you're doing. And you may actualize the marvelously adorned realm of great perfect enlightenment right at this moment. So beautiful. So we are page 157, followed by Kiwa's commentary. Intensified mind is the mind that is intensified in compassion and wisdom towards the highest fruit, Buddhahood. Intensified in wisdom, it severs doubts and actualizes the real. Wisdom is antidote of doubts and ignorance. Intensified in compassion, it awakens and transforms sentient beings. That's the two requirements for a living Buddha. Not only the practitioner himself is awakened, and he have that intensified compassion to awaken and transform all other sentient beings. Once you have completed this vow, seek out a genuine teacher. Find essence of the mind and base your practice on it. So at the time of your decision to go for enlightenment, you cannot be careless about selecting your teacher. Genuine teacher is very important in the path of awakening. You do not plant yourself on heterodox path or within the two vehicles. The two levels, lower levels of enlightenment, which is not complete, which means the teachers who just achieve the removal of phenomena hindrances, he or her himself has not removed the principal hindrances yet. So the teacher within the two vehicles, or even here by Buddha, said heterodox path or heterodoxical teachers. You see, here is very, very important sentence here on page 158. A hair's breadth difference at the beginning results 1,000 miles error later. I repeat, I may copy and paste this very important so a hair's breadth difference at the beginning results in 1,000 mile or 1,000, let's say 1,000 mile error later on. 差之毫厘，妙以千里. Because awakening is awakened to the ultimate. So ultimate is the source of everything, even every no thing. At that core level, at that fundamental level, a hair's breadth difference at the beginning results in 1,000 mile error later on. When you make the vow, there will be a sudden release and the road of enlightenment will appear before your eyes. But full realization takes time. So you need practice to reach it. In Bodhidharma, the first patriarch of Chan, or the 28th patriarch of India Chan, he said that ru, so principle and practice, is almost as the removal of the principal hindrance first, then you apply that principle to your everyday life, and to have the second removal of the hindrance, which is the phenomenal hindrance or obstructions. It takes time, so you need to practice to reach it. Gradually severs all hindrances. So we are on page 158. Such a beautiful paragraph on page 158. I will read it. Hence, heaven covers and earth supports. Mountains soar and the rivers flow. The sun rises and the moon sets. The cold comes and the warmth departs. Spring peaks and summer begins to bud. The flowers open, the flows drop. The hills rise and holes sink. The pure and the polluted are wrapped in each other. One rests on the mountains and rides on the rivers. People and animals are mixed in one lot. The oceans and the continents scatter and are submerged, despite all kinds of confusion and disorder. The sagely and the dull, the foolish and the wise are clearly distinguished. In the space between heaven and earth, within the vast universe, all abide within. Horizontally and vertically, they are arranged in their order. This is the ornament of the realm of natural world. On the other side of human body, there are seven openings, eyes, noses, ears, and mouth. That's on our heads of the seven openings. Within five viscera and 36 components vertically and horizontally adorned. Yet within, the mind, the king, is master, and objects of the mind are attendants. The 88 defilements come and go through the organs and their objects. Horizontally and vertically, they dash about, busily creating all sorts of karma. Emotionally responding to 1,000 differences, they emerge and submerge in the four kinds of birth, rising and falling into various destinies. This is the adornment of realm of satiency. The essence of emptiness is great without location. The function of spiritual wisdom shines, penetrating within and without. The sun of wisdom shines brightly through every faculty. Each object is empty of nature, just clear. The principle and the wisdom merge together, equally containing the 10,000 forms, and the sun contains the sky, and the lapis lazuli contains the moon. Sight, hearing, and all forms of awareness never miss their marvelous function. Color, odor, taste, and touch are all true marks. This is a adornment of correctly enlightened wisdom. Such a beautiful paragraph at the end of 158. You see, the essence of emptiness is great without location. This organic whole, the ultimate organic whole, is everywhere and everywhen, is without location and without time, but every location and every time, every space-time is included. The function of spiritual wisdom shines when the ultimate consciousness knows the ultimate itself. That's called the function of spiritual wisdom shines, penetrating within and without. There's no within and without, actually. There's only one thing here and now. The sun of wisdom shines brightly through every faculty. Each object is empty of nature, just clear. Because now with the wisdom eye, you can see through every object, through every faculty, and you see that every object is empty of nature, and you have that clear view. Clarity shine through your mind and body. The principle and wisdom merge together, equally containing the 10,000 forms. And the sun contains the sky, and the lapis lazuli contains the moon, sight, hearing, and all forms of awareness. Ever meets their marvelous function. Color, taste, color, odor, taste, and touch are all true marks. This is the adornment of correctly enlightened wisdom. Our body and mind are the manifestation of the ultimate. If you really awakened, the heaven is here and now. Suffering and ego are our illusion, our dreamlike reality. Are like bubbles in ocean, morning dew on the leaves, like thunder lightning in the sky. They all are empty of true existence. Only you, the pure consciousness, is, are. But correctly enlightened wisdom has never existed apart from the realms of dawn of the natural world and sentiency. There's no sentiency, there's no world, there's only heaven. That's the clarity, that's the wisdom awakened one may have. This is why it is called marvelously adorned realm. Separately seeking the marvelous adorned realm apart from other true realms of adornment is like seeking the water apart from the waves or seeking the gold apart from the vessel. To the end, if you have this view, to the end will never apprehend the principle. That's why the Buddha Dharma is contained in the world. You cannot separate the world and enlightenment. Seeking body wisdom apart from the world is like looking for horns on a rabbit. If you're looking horns on a rabbit, it's impossible. That's why body is in the world. You can never seek in body apart from the world. This then is the marvelous adorned realm of the wisdom of correct enlightenment. So without changing a single aspect of world, he opens the great gate of liberation. Liberation is not very far at all. Liberation is not tomorrow, is not next hour. It's always in here and now. Without changing a single aspect of the world, you open the great gate of liberation. This message can be found in expressions such as, on the tip of a hair, he manifests the world of the jewel king, and sitting on a single dust mote, he turns the great wheel of the Dharma. Such a beautiful thing. So I repeat. The great nirvana, or great liberation, can be found in expressions such as, on the tip of a hair, he manifests the world of the jewel king, and sitting on a single dust mote, he turns the great wheel of the Dharma. Okay, let's finish this chapter 5, the Gatha. We are on page of 159, the Gatha. So at the end of each chapter, Buddha will restate the gist. So then, the world-honored one, wanting to restate the gist of this, spoke a verse and said, so I said in Chinese first, we'll say in Chinese first. 尔时世尊欲重宣此义而说偈言：弥勒汝当知，一切诸众生不得大解脱，皆由贪欲故，堕落于生死。若能断憎爱，给予贪嗔痴，不因差别性，皆得成佛道。二障永消灭，求师得正悟，随顺菩萨愿，一指大涅盘，十方诸菩萨，皆以大悲愿示现入生死，修在修行者，即末世众生，情断诸爱见，便归大圆觉。So English, Maitreya, you should know that the non-attainment of great liberation by all sentient beings is only due to desire. Therefore, they're drawn into life and death. If you can separate yourself from like and dislikes, and as well as desire, hatred, and ignorance, you will all perfect Buddha's way and permanently destroy the two hindrances without leading any distinction in nature. Seek a teacher who has the correct awakening. Practice the vow to arouse the Buddhi mind. Rely on the great nirvana, the bodhisattvas in the 10 directions, all appear in the world of samsara. Relying on the greatly compassionate vow, present practitioners, as well as sentient beings of degenerate age, should strive to eliminate all attached views and directly return to great perfect enlightenment. So followed by comments of Kiwa, the Korean master in 14th centuries. So the only reason all sentient beings are not liberated is because of 3 poisons. So 3 poisons is here we said tan, chen, chi. So desire, hatred, and ignorance. Actually, ignorance is the greatest obstruction or obstacle in the path awakening. If you eliminate the 3 poisons, then there's no such thing as a greater and a lesser capacity, because now no matter you have inferior or superior capacity, you can accomplish the Buddha way. Therefore, you must first find the right teacher, a genuine teacher, who has experience who is enlightened and got the expedient way to teach his disciples. Therefore, you must find this teacher and grasp his correct insights. Based on your vow, practice severing hindrances, 2 hindrances, the principal and phenomenal, or the noetic and phenomenal, and proceed to realization. All the bodhisattvas of 10 directions, depending on their vow of compassion, appear in the world to save sentient beings. Present and future practitioners should strive to sever all hindrances and directly return to the perfect enlightenment. Okay, that's the end of this chapter 5. Next time we're going to talk about 清净慧菩萨, the pure wisdom bodhisattva, chapter 6. Just let's see if we can hold on any contents here at the end of the chapter 5. Okay, I think that's all for today.